Hi Sagittarius, let's see what's coming in for you for the month of June. I'll be doing a Celtic cross spread for you today. Oh, beautiful. Ace of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. Okay, crossed by the Eight of Swords. Nice, High Priestess. The Hermit, beautiful energies. Page of Cups in your crown. I do apologise, I've got a bit of a glow from outside today. That's a little better. Wow, you have the Ten of Cups in your near future. That's a really great card to have there. Two of Wands, Page of Swords, the Six of Swords, and wow, the Magician in your outcome. Sagittarius, this is looking really good so far. Bottom of the deck, nice. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Excellent. All right, before I get onto this main spread, I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards. I've shuffled all of these decks. So with your Enchanted Forest oracle card, this one actually popped out while I was shuffling. So it's definitely for you. You have Moonlit Grove, trust in unseen forces guiding you. I love that card. It's a little bit about having faith and trust in those higher forces. And definitely with that High Priestess energy, there's a little bit of magic around you at the moment. I love it. And from your Spirit Animals Oracle, wow, you're not the only sign that got this beautiful card. Old Soul with the Black Jaguar. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want and you can create your dreams. That is so perfect, especially considering you have that Magician in your outcome there. Really, really special. So not only are you a master manifester, you have forces outside of the norm that are watching over you and helping to guide you. Now this Nine of Pentacles, interesting. You have the Five of Wands and the Emperor underneath. Wow. All right. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is very much about independence. Owning your decisions, taking pride in where you are, where you've come from, how far you've come. Just satisfaction in the world you're creating for yourself. This Five of Wands is saying you might have a little bit of wasted energy because it's underneath this Nine of Pentacles. It doesn't feel like it's going to have a huge influence, but just know that there might be a little bit of that hanging around for the month. But yeah, with that Emperor underneath, you're really owning your decisions, owning your position in the world, even if you can't exactly see how things are going to turn out. I'm going to have a look at that Hermit in a moment. You're sort of knowing that you've done everything you can to keep things moving forward in the direction that you want to go. It's absolutely awesome. Walk through life with confidence and grace. This is definitely your energy right now. Really beautiful. Okay, so instead of starting with the heart of the spread, with that Ace of Pentacles, I'm going to start with this Hermit because I am feeling this is quite a significant influence for you with this read, with this main through line. So this Hermit is suggesting to me you've needed to take a little bit of a step back, taking some time out from your everyday world to just reconnect with yourself. I'm feeling like things may not be going either as quickly as you want or in the direction you were hoping for. There's just this sense of you know who you are, you know what you want, you know that you're doing all that you can to manifest what you want in your life, as I said already. But there's this sense that things are not fully working out the way you hoped. So you do have unseen forces guiding you. You may not be able to see the entire path, but this Hermit's telling me that you've already taken that step back. You're going within and you're trusting your inner light to guide you. So this inner light that he's shining, he can only see 1 or 2 steps ahead. And at this time, that's all you need to see. You don't need to see the whole path. Just have faith, have trust that these unseen forces do have a hand in your destiny. Now you have planted the seed for something. This is very much connected to this Nine of Pentacles. You've started something. It's opening this gateway, lighting this path for you, just like with this Hermit. It's right at the early stages and you can feel the potential of it. There's just this sense that it's not quite hitting its stride yet. I don't feel like you need to worry considering the rest of your read, your spread, but let's have a look at the rest of the cards so far. You have the Eight of Swords in your challenge position. This so tells me exactly what I'm feeling. You can't see your way out of this. You can tell that there's some kind of stagnation, some kind of hold up. It's like you are feeling a little bit trapped. Like you've done everything you can. You've done all the right things. You have power from beyond the world. You're focusing on what you really want to create your dreams. You're doing all of this, but for some reason you feel like things are just kind of conspiring against you, you are getting a little bit trapped by these thoughts of like, why is this not happening? I'm very much feeling like your main challenge during this month is to trust, to trust that there's a higher plan for you, to keep moving forward one step at a time, trusting your inner light, your inner guidance, keep owning that independence, that solidity in what you know you need and want in your life, and just keep moving forward. Try not to get too caught up in your thoughts, because that's where you'll feel trapped. If you have all of these expectations and those aren't being met, you may miss out on some of the other things that are coming in that are actually going to guide you more freely forward. Now, all of these cards around that challenge card are incredibly positive. You have the Page of Cups in the crown of your spread. This is such a lot of heart energy. This is a new, hopeful, joyful love. There's possibly a little offering that's been made, someone's made a suggestion that's lit up your heart a little bit, or given you some kind of offer it's just opening a doorway. It's not lighting up your whole path yet, but it's a little doorway. This is telling me that, don't put all your eggs in one basket as you possibly have done in the past, which is why you're feeling this sense of defeat or feeling trapped, like things just aren't working out. But keep your heart open to whatever this is that's opening this little doorway for you, because it might just really light up your life a whole lot more than you expect, and in a way that you may not expect as well. Trust your intuition. This High Priestess at the bottom of the spread, you have a depth, a well of inspiration at your fingertips. You have access to these unseen forces. To have this at the bottom of the spread suggests to me that you've utilized this in the past, but at the moment it's feeling a little suppressed, and it's being suppressed by these thoughts that are keeping you trapped. So if you can release yourself from this cycle of anxious thought, of frustration and confusion and even annoyance that things are just not working out for you, if you can release that, this well of intuition will erupt and open up your heart and your consciousness and allow you to see what's actually unfolding here. Because in your near future, you have the 10 of Cups, and you want to be as fully conscious with this High Priestess energy as you can be to enjoy this to its fullest. This 10 of Cups is the happy ever after card. It's the only card with a rainbow. It's happy families. Just there's so much joy and happiness here. You'll have support of your family and friends. There's a reason to celebrate and just enjoy life. And it's not a brief moment of celebration before you get back to real life. This is more of a permanent happy life celebration. This is the long-term joy and comfort and love and success and freedom and just all of those wonderful things. So this is where you've been heading. And if you had tried to force your path to go in a certain direction, the reason you're feeling blocked is that's not the direction that your higher self wanted you to go, that these unseen forces wanted you to go, because they could see this for you in your future and they want to make sure that you get here. So they're kind of manipulating things just a little bit to keep you on track. And it might be frustrating for you at the moment, but you've planted this seed. It's like you've made the wish to the universe, and the universe is trying to give it to you, but you're sort of trying to dictate how you want it to come about. If you can step back from that, trust your intuition, trust these unseen forces, and allow this to unfold in the way that it wants to, and in the best way possible, you'll reach this incredible happy ever after moment. Okay, let's move on to your advice position. This is the Two of Wands, and it very much reflects exactly what I'm saying. So he's got the world at his fingertips. He's standing looking out at this incredible landscape spread out before him. He's seeing what's available to him. This wand behind him is the past. This is very much telling me to let go of your old expectations, to let go of your old ways of thinking, your old ways of doing things, and to open yourself up to the vast possibilities that are laid out before you. So if you can keep yourself open with this, that's again tapping into that intuition and releasing yourself from the burden of your your thoughts and your expectations, things will really unfold beautifully. This page of swords and your external factors, there's some kind of, I got a whirlwind of inspiration, which is not a phrase I've ever really heard before, but that's what came into my head. It's like this gust of wind coming in, sweeping into your world, bringing new ideas and inspiration. And this is your second page. This feels like a fresh, new, youthful, exuberant, excited energy that's just going to give you a new perspective on things. So if you can keep yourself open to all the possibilities out there, instead of thinking about how things could be or how you want them to be, which is getting you trapped in that Eight of Swords energy, keeping yourself open to any possibility, this page of swords will be able to sweep in and you will be just inundated with all of this new inspiration, all these new ideas and all these possibilities. Keep your eye open as well for people around you, either youthful people, like people that are younger than you, or people that have a youthful, excited, exuberant, hopeful energy, because they might be the ones that come through with something that just sparks an idea or an inspiration in you to move forward. What you're really wanting, this is your hopes and fears, this Six of Swords, you're just wanting to move away from these troubles, moving away from these troubled waters into the calmer seas. You're just wanting a relief from your burdens, from the choppy waters that you're currently sailing in. You're just wanting that calm, peaceful, hopeful life in a serene space, both externally and internally. You're definitely wanting your thoughts to calm, because these swords cards are about our thoughts, our mental state, our mental clarity. Because you're wanting this, I feel like this is going to help you move away from this Eight of Swords, because this is very much moving away from those noisy thoughts, that feeling of being trapped and caught up in a messy current, somewhere you don't want to be. So it's great that you're wanting that, because you have the Magician in your outcome, which means that ultimately, after you've released yourself from these burdens and trusted in these higher unseen forces, you are going to be the one that creates this life that you want. You've already set it in motion. With this Ace of Pentacles, there was something from the universe helped to support this, but this was ultimately you that planted this seed. You're the one that made that wish and allowed the universe to come in to plant this seed for you. But once this is all underway, ultimately it's going to be up to you to create the life that you want. It's like you planted the seed, then you need to step out of the way to allow the universe to kind of cement it into your life. And once the foundations are properly laid, then it's back up to you again to wave your wand and create the life you want. You can move away from this because this is what you want. This means that when you do get this magic wand, you'll be able to create this happy ever after life that you're hoping for. Very cool story, Sagittarius. This is a very exciting read. I really like this one. I'm going to pull some clarifiers for you. First, I would like to pull on that Eight of Swords just to see if there's any more information I can give you about that sense of feeling trapped in your old thoughts and expectations. You got the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. So much about keeping your heart open. She's just so vibrant and confident and loving life. So try to enjoy your life, keep your heart open, find things that bring you joy in your world. Connect in more with your heart rather than your head. Try to get out of your thoughts a bit. That will help you release those burdens, those trappings that are keeping you blindfolded and unable to see your way through. As you don't need to know. If you can stay in your heart space, you'll find that sense of trust. The Hierophant, really beautiful. There's someone out there who can help you if you need advice, who's been through this before, or who can see what you're going through and can offer you a little bit of experiential advice. But there's also that sense of you creating a structure for yourself, because it's coming after this Queen of Cups. It's almost like you might need to create a sort of discipline or a process in your life, in your day-to-day world, where you very deliberately choose to stop thinking about all of these things that are going on and actually actively connect in with your heart, doing something that just brings you joy. I've been getting that a lot with my reads for June. There's a big message for us all to find that innocent joy in our life, finding pleasure and joy in the simple things that there's no expectation of a result. There's no reward. There's just the simple joy of being, of doing whatever it is you're doing, connecting with people or animals or plants, anything that just brings you simple, unadulterated joy. So that will help you build a structure that can see you through this confusion and this sense of being trapped in your own thoughts. Just one more card for the Eight of Swords. Wow, you have the Judgment card. That's a massive card. Okay, so this is quite a big deal for you. I feel like this is going to really help shift you into a new phase of being. The Judgment card is all about an awakening. It's the dead being called back to life. It's a rebirth. So it's a way of shedding your old and stepping into a new version of you. So if you're able to, this seems like such a small thing to be able to do, to just release those old thoughts of feeling trapped and having these expectations of how life should be, connecting in with your heart, creating a new structure for yourself, a way of maintaining that heart connection and getting out of your head. And this is going to really open up your whole world in a big, big way. Really massive. I wasn't expecting to see that, Sagittarius, but it's quite a big deal. So if you can take those steps, really keep your options open, keep yourself open to all the possibilities, connect into your heart, trust your intuition, and trust in unseen forces guiding you. Okay, that beautiful moonlit grove. Really, really cool. I want to pull some more on that Two of Wands. I'd like to see if there's any more information I can give you about that particular piece of advice, about being open to possibilities. It is about letting go of old expectations, letting go of the past as well. Letting go of old ways of doing things. I feel like that's why that Judgment card came in. The old ways of doing things for you seem to be that, apparently according to this read, that you have an idea of what you want, but you also seem to have an idea of how you want it to play out. And these cards are saying if you can release that, things are going to be a lot brighter for you and come in a lot more easily and freely. You'll just be able to get out of those messy thoughts and that confusion and sense of frustration and limitation. It is about releasing your limitations. The Judgment card is such a massively expansive card, releasing your limitations and becoming a much bigger version of you. Right. Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands. Nice. And we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands. Clarifying that Two of Wands. This is all about taking action. Interesting, interesting. And the Emperor. Wow. So we did have the Emperor under here. So now he's coming to the surface. So as your advice, this is saying to pull this Emperor out from underneath these other cards and let him come to the surface. This is very much about taking authority in your life. I was already feeling that with the Queen of Wands. It's about taking action, not just passively allowing things to unfold. Yes, you do need to trust that unseen forces are guiding you, but there's an action that you can take to actually choose to be open to the possibilities, to actively, and it can be an internal action as well. What I'm getting with this Knight of Wands, he's the most chilled out Knight of Wands I've seen in a tarot deck. He's just rowing his boat calmly and peacefully on his lake with his puppy. So it's kind of a more subtle form of action, especially because that Queen of Wands the Queens are much more internal. They're the yin energy to the King's yang. So it's like taking that internal action very deliberately, making the decision to get out of your thoughts and choose to keep yourself open to all possibilities. It's quite difficult. That's why people spend decades meditating to get on top of their noisy, messy thoughts. That monkey mind is so difficult to tame. But if you can take action to make this happen, you are really going to have a massive rebirth. And this Emperor is so saying, just like this magician, this is in your hands. You are the master of your reality. I particularly love this Emperor because he's a bit of a wild card. He's connected to the shadow realms. He's got more of a magical, mystical quality to him than the traditional Emperor. I mean, if you have a look at the two of them, yeah, those anxious thoughts, that's what you're mastering, these anxious thoughts, and you are having a rebirth. I didn't even go that far. Wow. So if you have a look at these two, this is a very traditional Emperor. This guy's sitting on a throne. He's got his crown and he's got his armor, and he's just a very old school traditional emperor. This guy's more like a shaman. He's in touch with the magic. He's got the skull. He's got a kind of pirate hat. He plays by his own rules. He makes the decision, and he looks like he's wearing like I don't even know what they're called. Are they a leisure suit, or I don't know. But he's playing by his own rules. He's not worried by people's opinions, by the expectations around him. He's connected to the earth as well in a big way. Got the forest, and that beautiful throne it's like it's made of tree, like the tree roots around him. He's walking his own path. This is what you need to do. You don't need to follow everyone's advice. You don't even need to listen to me if you don't want to. If you found this video, then awesome. If you get something from it, amazing. But this is really saying you need to walk your own path. You need to find your own way of doing things. But very much this is about taking action. You take the reins of this. You get to choose how you move forward. And it's totally up to you to let go of these thoughts. And even this Eight of Swords is saying that the one who is trapped, she's the one that can free herself. It's just a concept that you're trapped. It's just an idea, a belief that you're trapped, that things aren't shifting and changing. She can walk away from those swords. She's not surrounded by them. She can actually free herself. This is what these cards are all telling me. You have the power to walk away. You have the power to change your world. And you will be changing it. I mean, it's amazing. And you've got that Magician in your outcome. It's pretty awesome. Let's pull on that Magician. I'd like to see, I kind of always like pulling on the outcome card because it's just one card indicating what this whole world is that's opening up for you next. So I'd like to see if there's any more information I can get for you moving forward. Any more advice with this Magician. Wow. The Ace of Cups flung out. So you've got that pearl being offered by the universe. And the Three of Swords was also flicked out. Okay, that's really interesting. Because they came out together, this is feeling to me like the universe is offering you a way of opening your heart in order for you to process something, some kind of deeply buried grief. You are this Magician. You have the ability and the power to access whatever is within you. This is why this wants you to take action, to access that inner world, that inner realm, and really shift your way of viewing life. And that whole thing about the secret, that manifestation power, a lot of the times that doesn't work. It's because we don't understand what's happening below the surface. We don't know what patterns have been programmed into us from our childhood, from birth, from all of the influences from our parents, our family, our friends, society, media. All of those things have programmed certain beliefs into our subconscious. And if we're not aware of them, then when we're trying to manifest something, it's not going to manifest what we want or in the way we want. That's that Eight of Swords. Because we're actually being ruled by something below the surface that's keeping us in an old pattern. And this is telling me that the universe is making you an offer at this point. It's giving you this gift of opening your heart and allowing you to see what is in the depths of your heart. These swords are piercing this heart, or these arrows in this case, are piercing that heart. That's the thoughts entering your heart to figure out exactly what it is that you want and to actually process any grief, any loss, any old heartache that's buried beneath you, the surface that you need to actually release in order to manifest the life that you truly want. And look at this, got the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you are in charge of this. This is amazing. I'm going to pull one more card for that Magician. Something's flipped out already. Absolutely awesome. You have the Two of Cups. Oh, I love this, especially because the meaning, and look at that, the King of Wands ended up at the bottom of the deck again. I only shuffled a few times and he didn't want to leave. Amazing. This is absolutely in your hands. Just before I get back to this Two of Cups, this King of Wands in this deck is so much more the traditional type of emperor, like this guy, than that emperor in the Wild Reflections Tarot. He's the only king in this deck that actually sits in a throne. He's got the world laid out behind him. Bit of a traveler as well. He's got his backpack there. But this is very much saying, again, the world is opening up for you. This is so much reflecting this Two of Wands as well. The world is your oyster. It's yours for the taking. You get to choose where you want to go and how you want to move forward. And with this Two of Cups, when you process whatever's below the surface, I'm feeling for the first time so strongly for you, Sagittarius, that this is about that union of your unconscious with your conscious mind. This is your highest self really integrating with the you that interacts with the material world. You are becoming the whole version of you. The other side of the Two of Cups is that it's more of a soulmates card or a twin flame card. It is very much about a love connection, but because it came in as it did, with everything I was feeling with that Ace of Cups and Three of Swords, for you, this feels so much more of an integration and a love connection within you. This is really integrating your higher mind, your lower mind, and your heart to be just the fullest version of you. What a beautiful outcome for you. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Sagittarius. This is a big deal. I do feel like there's been a bit of struggle for you. Like you have all of this strength and drive and passion, and you know what you want, and it's just been frustrating for you that it hasn't actually manifested. And I feel like things are going to start shifting for you as we move through June. Let me pull 3 final message cards for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot, just to send you off into June with as much information as I can give you. First card, nice. Queen of Swords, clarity. So you've now got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. That's pretty awesome. A lot of internal work there. That Queen of Swords is about clarity, higher intuition, tapping into that higher mind, receiving spiritual downloads and setting your thoughts free. That's what that little bird up the top there symbolizes. You are setting yourself free from those swords. Really, really important for you. I love that. And ultimately, once you get to this point, you'll be stepping back into that Black Jaguar energy where you focus on what you really want because you can create your dreams. Amazing. You'll be able to create your dreams once you release yourself from those old ways of thinking and your old expectations, your old ways of doing and being in the world. That Two of Wands energy. Wow, the Lovers coming after this Two of Cups. That's really beautiful. This is about a choice. You can choose to keep going the way you've been going, or you can choose to connect in with your heart. Choose love. That's what this feels like it's saying to me. Choose love. You have that angelic support. Remember, you have unseen forces guiding you. This is also a connection being made from your heart. It's like once you get that clarity and free your thoughts, your heart's going to be free, and some kind of connection will be made at the heart level. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be, but it could also be just someone that you just really click with, and it's going to sort of move you forward and help you on your journey. Really open your heart up. Okay, this flipped over in the deck. You've got the King of Cups. Amazing. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. You're actually finding your emotional balance. This King of Cups is so steady and calm on these rough seas. Nothing shakes him. This is someone, you're basically becoming someone that people can come to. You're so calm and steady. People will come to you, not just for advice, but because your energy is so calm. You're the calm in the storm. It's like the world can go to chaos around you and you're just floating calmly on the sea. I absolutely love this for you, Sagittarius. This feels like all of this work that you're going through, you've moved from these pages up into this Queen and then this King, and it's just this calm, steady, deep contentedness. He's so content with who he is and where he's sitting right now. And I feel like that's where you're going to land once you move through all of this. Just this peaceful, calm, steady presence in your life. I love that. You've got the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is about balance with those scales and generosity. So balancing the generosity that you give out to others and that you give to yourself. And it's also about balancing how much you give and how much you receive. So be generous with yourself, be generous with your heart. So share yourself with others. When you reach this state of calm and connectedness with your heart, allow yourself to share it with the world, because it'll actually be much more satisfying for you. It's a kind of sharing energy, that beautiful heart-centered energy. So yeah, find that balance with that sharing of your generosity to yourself and to others. So yeah, find that balance. Give as much as you receive as much as you give. I hope that makes sense, Sagittarius, and I wish you all the best for this big month of June.